Hey guys, I'm here to try to make a gaming collection video, I guess you could say, because I've seen so many of them, and kind of makes me want to at least go back and check all the old games I had, and I've played so many. Now, I know you probably saw this Twister Moves thing. I don't know why it's still in my room anyway, but I want to sort of just show you what I have now. Please realize that some of the games in here are, since I had the Gamecube like for a while, you're going to notice some are kiddie and some are not. So please bear with me if you see a crappy game. Don't make fun of me because I was like 8 or 9 when I got these games. Okay, I'm just going to start. These are like all my Gamecube games are stuck. Gamecube games are in these boxes. I don't know how I got so many, but I'll start with the ones that are already out. Medal of Honor Frontline. I could never complete this game without cheats. Never. Until I replayed it a couple weeks ago and I got pretty far into the campaign, but I gave up because I got a new Wii game. SSX Tricky. You don't know how much I love playing this game. I played it like in 2003 is when I first played it, and I was like amazed by it the first time. I really loved playing that game. My favorite character to use is Moby and Zoe. If you guys know the game, you probably know the characters. And of course, Super Smash Bros. Melee. I don't know how the heck I mixed those words up. I actually got this after I've played it at my cousin's house, and I think I went to Ohio. I'm not sure where, but we fell in love with the game. Brandon at first, Brandon or Link, as you know him, started using, I think it was Luigi at first, like, freaking, yes, I always use Mario, and we sometimes play this once in a while. We'll play if we're bored and have nothing to do. Now, this game, Soul Calibur 2. This actually has a pretty funny story to this. I had a game for the GameCube called Burnout, just the first one. I wanted the second one, but I got the first one. And a friend wanted it, and we traded like this game, and we meant to trade it back, but I have not seen him for 3 years, so this game is pretty much mine. He can keep Burnout. It was a crappy game. The first one was crappy to me. Pac-Man World 3. My brother is still trying to complete this game. I gave up on it after so long. I'm not sure how recently I got that game. I think it's a couple years old. And the first game that I actually had so much fun playing, and I will never not love playing this game, Need for Speed Most Wanted. That, to me, is the best Need for Speed game. I had so much fun customizing my car and doing the blacklist. This is the only Need for Speed game that I actually completed 100%. And I was proud of that accomplishment. It was so freaking hard. I think the first time I beat him, it was with I beat Razor, was with a, what the heck was it? It was like a Porsche or something. And then, you would not believe how many times I tried beating that last chase. Spoiler alert, when you play the game. I know it's a couple years being a spoiler alert. You don't want to spoil it for anyone who's reminiscing over old games. It took me so many freaking times getting that final chase with, I forgot his name. Crash? No. Was it Crash? Crash Bandicoot. I wonder what's so good about that game. I've seen it, and I don't know. Just got a little bit of water. What was his name, man? I can't remember. Maybe it'll come up to me after a while. Oh, yes. Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I like this game for the single player, and I like Rising Sun, and Frontline for the multiplayer. I found this one was a little bit harder to use in the multiplayer, but I do like the co-op campaign. Me and my brother completed it completely. Yes. Completed the co-op campaign. And it was a really fun game, you know. It was like the first time I really knew about Pearl Harbor. This pretty much brought me into my interest into World War II. And, yeah, and that's pretty much about it. And since I think most people have this game, Mario Power Tennis. If you could believe it, me and my dad would play this a lot, and he always hated that I used those special moves. Those, those crazy moves, so we actually would turn it off so he could play a normal match, and I really loved playing it with him. This is like one of the only games he'd play with me. This is probably going to be a two-part series. I have too many freaking games for it not to be a two-part series. And this Need for Speed game, I never completed it. I got up to a certain point and I could not win at all. And the only thing I think the hard time I had was the fact that I always ran out of nitrous oxide. And here's what I was talking about, kiddie games. SpongeBob SquarePants. It was actually sometimes a really fun game to play. It was like my very first, I'm not sure if not puzzle game, but it was like for me, THQ, man. I'm not sure when I completed this game. It was such a long time ago that I don't even remember playing this. I remember some parts of the game. I'm gonna admit that, like, out of focus. Great. But, yeah, all these old memories. This game, I still don't know why my brother got it. Mario Golf. He fell in love with it for some odd reason. He played it and he found it very fun, and I don't see why it was so fun. There's not really much to say about this game. Mario's good at almost every sport in the freaking planet. I'm surprised I haven't made a Mario Cricket, Mario Rugby, Mario Chess. And, my brother started getting into soccer like a couple years ago, and he bought a bunch of soccer games. He got both FIFA soccer. No, he got 3. Hold on, where's the third one? I don't know, but there's a third one. And, he played them very little. Like, he wasn't really interested in the soccer games. This is like one of the first Madden games I played, which is Madden 2002, but I played that on the PS2. My uncle had it, and I don't know why I got it, but I remember I liked the game and I got it. Oh man, I had fun playing with my dad on this one. Knockout Kings. I remember making so many characters and having them, like, it was so much fun to play. The only thing I didn't like is in the campaign, you would have, like, this one thing where it's, like, if after you reach 40, you weren't allowed to play. And, like, your character, like, they'd take months, so it'd be, like, you could only play the campaign, like, each match, like, 3 or 4 times. It was really boring to me, but I actually had fun playing with my dad on it, if you could believe it. This mutiny of a game that I played. Kelly Slater is Pro Surfer. There's a funny story to this as well. We had 2 choices between these games. It was either this one or Rocky, a boxing game. I was retarded for picking this one because this game had no point to it. It was really, really boring. I had trouble playing with it. I don't know how the heck someone would play this so much. It was annoying to me. And look, one of the not good Sonic games, which is almost every Sonic game, new generation, Sonic Riders. Yes, it was fun playing this game, but once you started realizing that Sonic was starting to go on a downfall, this was really not that much of a fun game to play. I even have the Wii version because, again, that was before I started realizing what defines a good game. Like, I even had that Sonic Unleashed, and I never completed it just because it got boring and repetitive. I don't say whose bright idea was it to make Sonic a freaking werewolf. The only person I liked in that game was that like, what is it? That, like, red guy, Chip. Funny character. And the better Sonic games, Sonic Adventure DX. I'm gonna give a quick explanation and cut this in the second part, but to tell you the truth, the thing that kept me going was the fact that you could free roam in this game, and I love free roaming games. Hold on, my dog is at the door. I know, I don't like bringing the camera over. Sissy. Hey, sit. Hey, don't touch the game. Move over. Hey. Completely taking my spots. How dare you? Anyway, I loved free roaming games. They were so much fun to play. And this one I also liked because of the Chow Garden. But the second one, which I'll show in a little bit, was the reason I kept playing Sonic. But let me stop this video now and continue it later.